This is the Ghastly Spasm Tabata workout. It's excellent for sensitive knees and also sensitive shoulders, in particular anterior capsular laxity, where the front of the shoulder is a little sensitive. Excellent workout for both of those, and excellent just for general fitness. It requires dumbbells. It's a Tabata workout, so it's gonna go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 4 minutes per exercise. We're gonna start off with exercise number 1, which is the twisting dumbbell floor press. Now for this one here, you're gonna be laying face up on the ground with your knees bent and feet flat. You're gonna have the dumbbells sideways at the bottom. You're gonna press them up and rotate the grip so that you have an overhand grip at the top, so your palms face your feet. So at the bottom, your palms face each other. At the top, your palms face your feet. Just like this. I'm just going to give you an alternative view so you can see what the dumbbells are doing. Just like that. Now that's going to work the chest, shoulders, triceps. It works the shoulder rotators by doing that motion there. Now as a variation to this, you can do this on a 15-degree incline or one click up. So if you have an exercise bench, just pull it up till it stops the first time, first click up, and you would do the movement on the bench. Now when you're doing it on a bench, just make sure that you don't lower the upper arm bones down too far. We don't want to lower them all the way down here and stretch out the front of the shoulder necessarily, because that can loosen up the rotator cuff too much. So you always keep the upper arm bones at least horizontal when you're doing this movement. Now the next exercise we're going to go on to is the Goblet Sidestep lunges. Now for this one here, you're going to hold the dumbbell in front in a goblet position like this, gripping the top end plate like you're cupping the upper basin of a goblet or a chalice. Now from this position here, you're going to take a big step out to the side and bend the knee to lunge down, return up and repeat. Okay? Now you would be alternating sides, so you just go left to right like this. Now, if you have sensitive knees, then just go shallow. Just go like a quarter of the way in the beginning and feel it out, because we do want to get some motion through there and promote circulation and wake up some of those muscles. A variation on this exercise, sometimes it's really hard for people to hold the dumbbell up. So a variation is to hold it vertical like this. That is the variation, and if you're doing the variation, the idea is to tap it to the floor. Tap it to the floor. So this variation gets a little bit more of the lower body in because you're going a little bit deeper. If you're doing the original version, it's going to be even more intense for the core. The next exercise is the bent over twisting rows. Now for this one here, you're going to have your knees bent and you're leaning forward 45 degrees like this with an overhand grip. You're going to pull the dumbbells up beside the waist, rotating the grip so palms are sideways, so that they face the sides of the waist, reverse the movement and repeat. Just like that. Now, if that's too demanding on your posture to be doing this freestanding, then you can rest the back of your hips against a wall, okay, so that you can focus on the motion. So that exercise there is going to be great for your low back. It's going to be especially good for the upper back. And we're going to be getting a lot of the shoulder rotators involved as well by rotating and twisting that grip. The next exercise is the goblet squat step touches. So once again, we're going to be going with a goblet position grip, just like this. And you're going to be doing a squat, going down. Now touch one foot to the inside of the other foot at the top of each squat. Okay, so when you do that, what's going to happen is you're balancing on one leg and you're also shifting the tension side to side, which is going to help to activate some of the stabilizer muscles. Now, one of the things you can do with this motion is you could do this to take pressure off the knees. For sensitive knees, a variation is to do it sitting down and standing up. So you would sit down, stand up, step touch, sit down, stand up, step touch. Just like that. So that takes pressure off the knees at the bottom. So that's a variation. Just pick the variant that's going to work best for you. The next exercise is alternating overhead twist press. So This one here, you're going to start off with the sideways grip like this. Dumbbells in front of the shoulders. Now, from that position there, you're going to squeeze the glutes, brace the abs tight, and press one dumbbell overhead, rotating so that the palm faces forward, lower back down in front, and repeat. And when you press it overhead, make sure you get your arm tight to the side of your head. That way you know that you're keeping it a nice tight overhead press. With that one, sometimes people, they're just a little bit sensitive with overhead pressing. In many cases, if somebody's seeing a physiotherapist or something, a recommendation will be, avoid overhead pressing for now. If for some reason you're not able to overhead press, we're going to be doing a twisting front raise instead. So a twisting front raise will look like this. You're holding the dumbbells down by your sides like that. You raise them up in front and turn them sideways. So that is our alternative movement. So you're lifting them up in front. At the bottom, the palms face your hips, but at the top, the palms face the floor. And I just tap them. So that would be the alternative movement to the overhead press. Next is cross-body hammer curls, and we have some fun progressions on this one here. So you're holding the dumbbells down by your sides, palms facing the outsides of your thighs. You're going to hammer curl it up and across to the opposite shoulder, back down and repeat, alternating sides like this. This is going to work the long head of the biceps, but also the internal shoulder rotators. A progression is to do it standing, heel toe, like I'm on a tightrope. So now I'm going to be bringing in all those foot and ankle, knee, and hip stabilizer muscles. So you can see that's standing heel toe, like I'm on a tightrope. So that really blitzes the lower body stabilizers. A further progression is to do it standing on one leg. And then you would just alternate legs each set. And then a final progression, and you can mix this progression in with any of the lower body variations. The final progression is to add a pump at the top. So I could go like this, I do a little 1-inch pump at the top, go down an inch, then all the way up before lowering all the way back down. So that is the cross-body hammer curl, and those are the variations that go with it. The next thing we're going to be doing is the close grip hand plank step outs. So for this exercise here, we want to have the hands very close on the ground like that, just in case you're not able to see what I'm doing. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be holding myself up on my hands and feet straight. I'm going to step one foot out to the side and back, then the other foot. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a reverse view so you can see what I'm doing. And the whole time, you're keeping your body up straight like an ironing board. Alternating legs on the step outs. Now, progression number one is to take something like this. This is a looped mini band, and you wear this around your ankles, and that's going to blitz the hip stabilizers. So I would go like this, put it around my ankles, and now when I do this motion, I'm going to feel it a lot more in the hips. So that's progression number one. Now progression number two, instead of being down on my palms, I'm going to be up on my closed fists, like this. So that's going to work the wrists more, and it's going to work the shoulders more. Okay? And then progression number three is to balance the hands on a medicine ball. So this is a very rock solid ball. If you don't have a medicine ball, sometimes you can use a basketball, will work fine, or anything similar. This is going to challenge the core and shoulders a lot more to maintain stability holding on to that. Okay? And I'm just going to give you a sideways view. And that concludes the Ghastly Spasm workout. It's a fantastic workout for overall fitness. It's very easy to complete at home. It requires dumbbells and then a few fun little things for some of the progressions like the medicine ball and mini band, but those aren't necessary. It's a great workout even if you just keep true to the general prescription. I know you're going to love it. Ghastly Spasm Tabata workout.